Good morning and welcome to In the Garden with Joyful Living. I am Kimberly Dixon. Excuse me, you would know as soon as I start that my voice would start acting funny. But welcome to In the Garden. While we wait for a few people to join us, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the garden this morning. And as you know, my tomato plant is being housed in the bathroom. And guys, I am so sorry to report that my prized tomato plant is not doing so well. I initially thought that I had overwatered it inside because it didn't get as much sun. But I'm now beginning to think that it's some type of fungus because even the clippings that I took a couple of weeks ago have died. So the tomatoes themselves still seem to be doing pretty well. But I cut all of the leaves off earlier this week that were showing signs of disease. And it is still spreading, so I don't know if the tomato is going to make it. This plant, though, has been incredibly resilient. I planted it in April. In May in North Carolina, we had 100-degree temperatures, and it wasn't established yet, so I thought it was going to die. Then in June, I moved, and I was just moving across town, so the mover put the plants on the back of his pickup truck. And again, they were traumatized, and most of them didn't make it, but the tomato plant did. And then in August, I came out the house to see the power washers washing the house, and they hadn't moved my plant. So I don't know if the tomato was going to make it, but it has been a tremendously fruitful plant and made it through a lot of things that I didn't think it was going to make it through. The plants outside are still doing well. The moms look good. And I'm surprised this lettuce is still surviving. And we've had some pretty cold nights, but it's been pretty mild the last few days. So we are having a good fall. It started out seeming like we were going to go straight into winter, but we are experiencing some fall-like temperatures now. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Please share the video. The topic for today is time. Well, today's topic is today, but really that means we're going to be talking about how that relates to our time. So, time, excuse me. Let me get something to drink. Time is our most valuable asset. There is not another commodity that is more valuable than our time. We can't go back in time and change things when they happen. We can't start over. We can't unsay hurtful words or regain our idle time. Time is the one thing that once it is past, it is gone. You cannot get it back. So what I really want you to think about is the value of your time. Really think about how you spend your time and who you spend your time with. What are the things in your life that you are saying yes to that don't really add anything to your life? Think about it this way. The things that you do should be growing you in some type of way, and it should add enjoyment. I'm by no means saying that we should be working 24 hours a day, or always going for a goal. Yes, we need downtime. Good morning, Tamika, and thank you for sharing the video. But our time is the most valuable thing that we have. So, what are you saying yes to that doesn't add value or enjoyment to your life? Here's an interesting exercise that I like to do with clients sometime. And take one particular day and calculate how much time you either spend watching TV or playing a video game or whether that be on a video game console or a video game on your phone. How much time are we spending doing those types of things? What seems like a few minutes here and there over the course of a day can add up to hours. Now multiply that by 7 for 7 days a week. Now multiply that by 30 for a month. Now multiply it by 12 for a year. And you can really begin to see how much time you're spending playing this little game. Just a few moments here and there turn into 15 minutes, turn into 30 minutes, and you look up and it's an hour later. So we have to be cognizant of how we're spending our time, because those minutes, they add up over the course of a day, of a week, of a month, of a year. And within a year, you could easily spend a tremendous amount of time doing an idle activity. There are things that we can do that are going to add value to our life on a day-to-day basis. And I'm not saying don't ever play a game. I play games, but I am very conscious about the amount of time that I spend with them. You can do things that add to your life, like go for a walk. Exercise helps you live longer. Go to a movie with friends. Having strong social bonds grow you mentally, spiritually, and physically. Because there are research shows that when elderly people have good social ties and good social bonds, they are much healthier and they live much longer. What we do spend our time doing really adds up, and it really matters. Don't spend countless hours doing things that don't benefit you. Then I want you to think about the people that you spend your time with. Do your people that you spend your time with inspire, motivate, empower, encourage, support, and tell you when you're wrong? You need friends in your life who are going to be honest with you, who are going to support you, who are going to lift you up when you're going through trying times. Examine who you've given your ear to. Every second doesn't have to be an empowerment speech, and it shouldn't be. But every minute, well, you shouldn't be spending your time talking negatively or gossiping. If the people that you're spending your time with never have anything good to say, that has an impact. And you'd be like, oh, that's just such and such, but if you're spending a lot of time with them, it will have an impact on you, the way you think, and ultimately your behavior. Whatever we listen to, it becomes a part of us. I know so many people that say, I just watch reality TV as a stress reliever, but it has no effect on me. That is absolutely untrue. Within a couple of episodes, not only are you using the same words that they use on that particular show that you may be watching, but you will also start to use the mannerisms of the people on the show. What you watch, what you listen to, has a deep and a profound effect. Don't ever think that just because it's just a song or it's just this little television show, that it isn't planting. It's planting a seed within your subconscious, and ultimately that will have an effect on your behavior. Break the habit of wasting your time. Break the habit of saying, I will do it tomorrow. We might see tomorrow. We might not. When it comes to pursuing your dreams and your goals, you have to start today. I remember in the 90s, my brother Malcolm had come home from the Peace Corps. And everybody was really glad he had been back because, he had been in Central America for several years now. And at that time, that really was an unsafe place to be. And then he told everybody that he had an opportunity to play basketball in a different country in Central America, but it meant that he would go back for a certain number of years. I can't remember what the time commitment was now. Almost everybody told him not to go. But when he finally came to me and asked me my opinion, I told him, I was like, Mike, I don't want anything to happen to you, and I want you to be safe. But I would rather you go and pursue your dream of playing basketball in another country than to get to the end of your life and have regrets about what you could have done, but you didn't do because you allowed fear to stifle you. The next week he left. Of course, he's been back home for years now. But I want you to think about what dreams, goals, and things that you have just been living in your belly for years and years that you aren't pursuing because of fear what other people say, or the time isn't right. And in many instances, the time is never going to really be right. How many times have you heard somebody say, I'm going to start something once the kids start school? And then they'll push that back until the kids get in middle school. And then they say, well, once the kids graduate from high school, I'll do such and such. Well, by the time the kids graduate from high school, 18 years have passed. That's a long time. That's a lot of time. It's not saying that your kids aren't a priority, but don't put things off waiting for tomorrow. What dreams and goals have you put to the wayside waiting for the right time? Now, when we're talking about God's timing, when he tells you to do something, now is the time to do it, even if the time isn't right in your life. Or we say things like, I'm going to start an eating program or diet, exercise regimen on Monday. But today is Tuesday. You have a full week. Good morning, Sabrina. You have a full week of things and activities. Why not start today? Everything in your life is cumulative. Even if you had a big breakfast this morning, you can still exercise today. You can still eat right the rest of the day. Don't put things off for the next week, because I can guarantee, because years ago I used to do the same thing. I'm going to start on Monday. Why Monday when we can start today? Because by the time Monday comes around, life is taken over, and you may have completely forgotten about this new program that you're going to be starting on Monday, or something has happened that you've changed your mind and you just stay or continue to do the things that you've been doing. All I'm saying today is to value your time, to value today. Stop wasting the most valuable commodity that you have and start pursuing the things that you want, and start doing meaningful activities. Start doing things that are going to go to a museum, go on a trip. Those things add experience to your life. Good morning, Deb. They add experience to your life. Experiences and knowledge and things of that nature that are enjoyable. Don't waste the time that we have. No man knows the day or the hour. A lot of people had plans for today, but their time ended last night. Don't make plans for today for things that you, for tomorrow, for things that you can do today. Don't waste your time. Invest your time wisely in activities and people that add to your life, not subtract to it, not subtract from it. Please share the video, guys. Thank you for watching In the Garden with Joyful Living. I am Kimberly Dixon. I love you. Bye-bye.